So, on the weekend, I felt bored as hell. It was similar to when I was younger, when I would always just wake up, play my game, eat junk food, occasionally goon and stuff like that, right? I would just do the easy stuff and I overconsume it. Everybody loves to be comfortable. It's a human right to fight for safety and maintain that safety. However, the world is just so comfortable that it's nothing to fight for, so we're just missing one part of the equation, making people just feel stagnant because they're stuck inside this maintenance mode. That's how I felt. I just maintained in my comfort. There was no reason for me to even have discomfort because I didn't trade off any effort to obtain this. My name is Lee, and my mission is to help people who are in a similar position as a younger version of me. So I want you to imagine a story or an anime or a show, and they have all the basic things of an anime or show. They have the main character, they have other characters, they have a plot, they got all that. But it has no conflict, and it's like a very long series. All the characters have everything they already want, and nothing changes. That will sound like that is a boring story. That is a boring anime. Imagine watching something like 1,000 plus. Imagine One Piece. I never watched One Piece, and I'm not going to watch One Piece, right? And imagine there was just no enemies to fight. So everybody just stays as their episode one version for 1,000 plus episodes. It'd be like, what's the point of even watching this show? Well, that's how most people live. They live their life talking to the same people, going to the same places, and they don't even have everything they want, so they have to use substitute like vices. So instead of them being rich, instead of them being popular, instead of having a status, they just play games to get so they can get rich, so they can have status, so they can be the top level in the game. So they just spend their whole time throughout these vices because they can't do anything else. They don't feel productive enough to actually build this thing that they have inside of a virtual world or getting from these substitutes inside of real life. And it's crazy that the only time people will actually change their ways from just consuming all this easy stuff is if their life is in danger. But why would you wait until your life is in danger when you can just remove this heavy burden of your life being in danger with something that takes just a little bit more effort? But this little bit more effort will make your life more enjoyable. People don't think like this. So I need you to think like this. You should love life. You should not love the vices that makes your life feel better, quote unquote. You should love the people who love you. You should love your family. You should love your friends. You should love not friends as in friends who just are friends with you because it's because of situation, or not friends with you because you provide just one-dimensional enjoyment, like funny sometimes, so that's why they're friends with you. That's a horrible dynamic. No, you should love people who actually love you, like a friend who actually cares about you, who actually cares about your goals. So if you have a goal to improve yourself inside the gym, you should meet up with a friend who goes to the gym too, instead of just a friend who doesn't go to the gym. Like, some man, you going to the gym, you actually get injured, and you also stunt your height. That's not a friend. That's just discouraging you. Even if you tell them no, that is wrong, and you even show them proof, and they still deny it. They're still inside this delusion that the gym will do that. That if you eat a healthy diet, that your cholesterol, you will get kidney stones and you get clogged up. Because my dad ate a lot of nuts. Well, your dad ate a lot of cashews and peanuts, but he also ate a lot of dirty food too. So that's not a valid source to base your opinion on. So after you try to change them, but they still have this delusion inside their mind, then that's not your friend. That's unfortunately a snake who's trying to pull you down from your potential. So you should love the people who love you. Of course, you should love like your significant other. If your significant other is attracted to you because of one thing, and they don't want to persist, they don't want to stay with you while you persist through the pain to achieve this goal, that's not a real relationship, as we said, for friends. So you should also remove that one. You should love the places that you dream about, not just the ones that you're familiar with. So I will always just love my room. I will love my room and both of the houses I would go through, switch through, right? Because of my games. I have my Xbox in one room, I have my VR set in the other room, and I just love coming to my room, and I don't like going outside because outside doesn't have video games. Outside doesn't have anything that excites me. So I just got familiar with this place because it's fun. I got my Xbox, I got my VR set, and I had some nice experiences there. No, and it's crazy because I dreamt about going to other places, but it frightened me because I would think I would get hurt. For example, I would think about going to the gym, but at the same time, I said, nah, I shouldn't really go to the gym. I can get hurt. Then I thought about just walking around the neighborhood, and I felt this weird fear about walking around the neighborhood. And then I just stepped outside and I kept walking. I don't know why I was shaken up by walking in the neighborhood I live in. But after that, I no longer have the fear to walk around. And it actually feels nice because I dreamt about walking around, but now it's a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit boring because there's not really much else to do. But it's nice to still be outside and taking in some fresh air, having some sunlight on you. Just if you dreamt about a place or you think about a place a lot or you think about the results that place can give you, well, you should go to it. Not just stay inside this familiar place. Not just stay inside your room. Not just stay inside your house. Because you can't improve when something isn't improving. You gotta see something new so that you can have this idea. I can use this to better myself. Me seeing this reshapes my vision for my life. Now, let me give you a little story, right? That thing I was saying about your friends and snakes. I had a friend of 5 years. It was like 5th grade to 10th grade, right? Something like that. And I was just telling him that I'm going to the gym, man. I eat cashews as a snack. And I'm like, no, man, don't eat a lot of cashews. That would hurt your kidneys because my dad ate a lot of cashews and he has a disease inside of his kidneys. And that probably can happen, but most likely your dad is eating other stuff that is affecting them too. And then no judgment, well, some judgment. I looked at my previous friend and he was a little bit chunky. So I was just debating inside my mind. I told him that I was changing 2 weeks ago, right? And he said like, yeah, I'm kind of doing it, but if he was doing it, then you should support me on my journey. He didn't really support my dreams. I just removed him, and it hurted for a little bit, but after a bit, I just met some other people who does support my dreams, who does understand that diet and working out is actually very important for your whole time, your longevity, who actually has some studies to back up their claims. Like some cashews could affect your body because it could inflame your body because we're not supposed to have a lot of plant-based foods, but it's not super unhealthy compared to other ultra-processed food. Now, I'm going a little bit off topic, but basically, you should have friends who support your dreams and get closer to those people that already support your dreams, who already loves you. When I stopped playing VR on my Xbox, when I stopped overeating, when I stopped gooning, right, it was hard to do it. But my mind just rewired to love this self-improvement habits that I previously did not. I hated doing self-improvement habits. So I began to love to work out, which was life-changing because I would never expect myself to even touch the gym, to even touch a dumbbell. All of life is trade-offs. So why not trade off this temporary comfort, the stuff like playing your Xbox for too long, playing your VR for too long, gooning, overeating, friends who actually don't support your dreams, these familiar places that is not going to help you improve. Why not sacrifice those things for repetitive improvement? Why not sacrifice these little comfort places for something that will exponentially improve your life? It will make you feel better. It will make your body look better. It will make your relationships come closer. It will make your brain have better ideas. You just improve overall. It might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but you will improve overall. People don't think like that. So take this advice that you learned inside this video, right? Put into your life. Basically, just keep remembering what you heard inside this video and do the things that you need to do to do better and to have something greater. All right then. Have a nice day. Subscribe to hear more about stuff like this, and bye bye.